Alex Hormozy is this entrepreneur who makes like hundreds and millions of dollars every single year. He makes a shitload of money. He has a lot of followers, subscribers, basically all of the stuff which me and you both want in his life. And whenever, like, he gives out pretty solid advice on the internet. And whenever he gives out a piece of advice which really resonates with me, which I can understand, like, okay, bro, like, I was making this exact mistake and this is what he told me to do instead. I just simply text myself like a message on my own WhatsApp number that this is what you could learn. And these are 3 lessons from Alex Hormozy I wish someone told me earlier. The first lesson is inarguably the most important, I believe, at least in my humble opinion. Alex was like, bro, the things which you want, Somil, they lie on the other side of the heart, the difficult conversations which you're avoiding. And in my own personal notes, I was like, bro, skip college, break up, partnership, etc. Regretted not having done it earlier so much, please, blah, blah, blah. Basically, I posted a reel related to this as well yesterday on Instagram, where I was basically speaking about the fact that when I fell in love for the first time, like the first time I got a girlfriend and everything, it's beautiful in the beginning. You're in that honeymoon phase, you think like she's the one, like there will not be another better person for me except this person, apart from this person. If this thing ends, like I'll be screwed, all of that crap. But as time passes, you start becoming familiar with them. Like the euphoria, the beautiful relationship, whatever you thought, like, oh my god, this is out of the world, whatever, it starts to normalize. And then you start to realize, like, okay, bro, like she's a human at the end of the day. She has some shitty, terrible habits as well, and I'm not saying like something was wrong with her. Like, I am a human being, you're a human being as well. Like, when you meet someone for the first time, you just see the best side of them. But when you spend like months, hours every single day, like I was in school at that time, so I was seeing her for like hours every single day, then in the evening as well, you naturally learn about the sides of them which are maybe not so desirable. Maybe they pick their nose or whatever, like all of that crap. And as time started to pass, I was like, bro, she's not the one. Like, I was thinking, let's say 5 years, 10 years, 15 years from now, I won't be proud to tell people like, yeah, bro, she's the love of my life. I knew for a certainty, with 100% absolute conviction, I deserve something better. I knew like, I deserve like a prettier girl, whatever, like all of the things, like she has XYZ thing wrong and I want someone who does not have XYZ thing wrong. And I knew from the bottom of my heart that I deserve something better. I can do better, I can do more. And she, like, I wanted to break up. Like, that small little seed gets planted in your heart that maybe this might end. And as a quick rule of thumb, bro, if you even consider the possibility of breaking up, like, trust me, like, I made that mistake. If you just get the possibility, like, this might be possible, if it's anything apart from like a fuck yes, like I want to be with this person, whatever, please break up. It eventually always ends, like I learned it the hard way. And coming to the exact same point I was speaking about earlier, I wanted to break up with her for months. I got that idea around like December of 2022. So I got the idea around December and I finally broke up. I still remember the exact date, 13 June 2023. 2023, yeah. So I broke up on 13 June 2023 and I wasted 6 months and 13 days of my life. I wish I could have avoided that. And yes, it did suck for like the first 2-3 days when I finally broke up and everything. But after that, I felt a level of peace which I did not find before that. Like, you just feel lighter, metaphorically, spiritually, you just feel so much light. And I was like, bro, I avoided this conversation for months. Like, I had the final thing which actually made me break up was I had these big goals and aspirations. I wanted to start my business. Like, this is not my first YouTube channel. I was like, I want to become a YouTuber as well and everything. And I posted my first video on 6 June 2023 on YouTube. And she found out, like, she had a friend, like a best friend who hated me. I also hated her best friend. So we were like mutual enemies. So obviously her best friend was like, bro, this guy is posting like YouTube videos, Instagram reels. I posted a reel on Instagram on a new page where I was basically doing like that rowing machine in the gym. And I had like a motivational type of quote and shit. So she shared that reel with her. And then she started like hating me or something. I don't know why, like someone would hate me for just posting content which was not even related to her. And that was the final thing, like, bro, I want this life where I have this business, entrepreneurship, I'm making so much of money, I have these big goals, dreams, and aspirations. And she was just not made for that life. She's not wrong, like, she's not a wrong person or something. She just did not want it. She was like, bro, like, Somil, I want a normal life where I'm making like 3 lakhs, 4 lakh rupees a month. She wanted to be a lawyer, if I'm not wrong. Her dad was also a lawyer and everything. And no hate to her. She wanted that life, I wanted this life. And there was no synergy over here. And I wish I could have had that difficult conversation. It did not even take a lot. I just sent her one text message. I want to end it. And then I blocked her everywhere. And I'm not saying like I was perfect. Before this, we had broken like 10, 15 times. And then I begged her to get back with me again. So it was a mess. I knew that thing had to go. I knew I needed to eventually have that conversation because there's no way I'm going to spend my entire life with that person. But I just avoided it because I did not want to go through the temporary feeling of nihilism. Because when you love someone, you have they fill a part of your heart. And I did not want to deal with that void, that feeling of emptiness once she's gone. Similarly, after that, I got a desire, like it was the end of 12th grade. So around like January of last year, 2024, I got the desire in my heart that maybe I can skip college. Because I knew for a certainty, like before that, like I was like kind of like a degenerate. I never smoked or drank or like did drugs or any of that crap. But I was heavily invested into just approaching women, and yeah, that was the goal of my life. Women, women, women. And I thought, I'm in school right now. I'm living with my parents and I'm living in like a relatively small town. It's like not a very big metropolitan city or something. Imagine I moved to a big city like Delhi or like Mumbai or Bangalore, and I'm in college where I'm living in a dormitory by myself, alone by myself, and there's no one to check me. And girls over there are much more receptive to people approaching them and everything. I knew for a certainty, I said this in my exact same words, like these exact same words I told my parents in the car. One day when we were like just going to the mall and all, and they were asking me like, why do you want to not go to college? I told them that if I go to college, it will be the equivalent of you giving a machine gun in the hands of a gorilla. And the gorilla is just gonna fire. Like that's exactly what it's gonna do. It's not the fault of the gorilla. It's like the issue is that you're giving a machine gun in the hands of a gorilla instead of like a professional trained soldier. So I knew for a certainty, if I go there, I'll just be distracted. I still feel like freaking FOMO, man. It still feels kind of bad that all of my friends are in college, they're enjoying their life because it's fun, bro. I'm not gonna pretend and lie that college life is not fun. Like I enjoy dancing, I enjoy being social, I enjoy speaking to girls, speaking to people, making new friends and going out on adventures and shit. But I knew for a certainty that thing would be so wrong for me. And I delayed that hard conversation with my parents for months, like literally months. I just delayed it. And it got me nowhere. Then finally, I think it was around 2nd or 3rd February, I was literally sitting in a place of worship. Like there's a very popular place in the place where I live, like not a popular religion or something. Basically, there was this priest who was considered very pious, like a very holy man and something. And when he finally passed away, they constructed this religious place of worship over there. And his son is actually still over here present. And people just say like, there's this thing called Mannat, basically a prayer which you pass out. So the place where I live, all the security guards, they like they came to me. By the way, this is like a dargah, so it's not like the majority of the people where I live, they're like Hindus. And it's not even a Hindu place of worship. So they told me, they came to this dargah which is against their religion, whatever, I don't understand it very well. Like how exactly a dargah works and all. They told me, even though they're Hindus, they came to this place. They asked Baba, by the way, the Baba, the person who was buried over there, the person after which the dargah is constructed, he was a Hindu as well. Like his son's name is Vijay Kumar Pardesi. So it's a very beautiful cohesion of different religions coming together. And basically, it's a very pious place. People say like whatever you ask over here, it does come true. And one random day I was just sick and tired. I came back from the gym around 7:30 p.m. or like it must be around 8 in the night. And I was wearing like shorts and shit. I had my gym duffel bag. I just kept it outside the dargah. And I just went there and I sat. Like, let's say the dargah is over here. Like, this is the place where all the things are constructed. Let's say this is the place, dargah. I put my back against it. So I was not facing what? I was facing the opposite direction. And then the person like Vijay Kumar Pardesi, the guy who I was speaking about, like the son of the person who was buried over there, he came to me and he told me, you seem kind of lost. You seem kind of worried. You have that feeling in your heart, you want something over here. He said, maybe you want better grades and something, like because that's the thing which normal people do. And I tried to downplay it. I was like, no, I don't want anything. I'm just here for chilling purposes and everything. And he told me, whatever you ask over here, I promise that will become your reality. And I'm not joking, like, I hate to break the spoiler and shit. Whatever I asked for over there, it did came true. Everything which I asked over there, it came true this exact month. And the month is not even over yet. So it did come true, like whatever. But that conversation, that conviction, that faith in God, it gave me the confidence I needed to go to my parents and not ask them, can I go to college? Tell them I'm not going there. And obviously, like, they're lovely people. I'm not saying they're wrong or something. But they were kind of worried. Because that's something which normal people, at least in my nation, they don't do. And I was going against the grain. Against all the conventional sources of thinking and wisdom and everything. And they got kind of mad. But I just stuck to my word. And I had that faith and conviction, like, even if it does not work out, I can just simply move to Starbucks, to a big city, get a job in Starbucks, which would pay me like 20,000 rupees a month, which is like $300. The nation where I live, it's extremely like affordable and shit. So $300 would like easily get me like a decent life. I can easily have like 150, 160 grams of protein and get a gym membership for like $30, have my food needs covered for like less than $5 to $10 a day. So it would basically like take care of me and everything. And I could live with my grandparents and shit, so I don't have to pay rent or something like that. And I also had some savings, like whenever as children, it's very traditional in our nation that people like give money to children whenever there's a festival or something. So I had a minor bank account. Basically, before I turned 18, I had a bank account, and all of the money I used to give it to my dad, and I used to tell him like, just deposit it over here. And the year before that, I think I had saved up like around a lakh, which is $1,500 from all the years of collecting it and everything. And I put it in like a fixed deposit, FD, whatever. And I was getting like 6 to 7% rate of interest. So I had a bit of a leeway. But then I was like, I went to my mom literally over there in her room. And I was like, I'm not going to college. And she obviously freaked out. After like 2 to 3 weeks, I finally told my dad as well. It took me much more courage than what it took to tell my mom and everything. And yeah, it did suck for the small period of time. But surprisingly, I felt so much of relief the moment that was done. The moment I just told them, I felt another level of relief. And words cannot describe that feeling, bro. Like, even though on paper everything was worse, shittier, they were mad at me, whatever, for a small period of time, which is totally normal. But I just felt relief. I had a smile on my face when I was going to sleep that night. I was like, bro, I acted like a courageous person, not like a coward. And I felt genuine pride in myself that day. And I want you to experience something similar as well. Finally, the last example which comes to my head is my business partner. So I had a partnership, and since the past month, I was thinking like, I don't want to continue this because I made him in charge of sales and everything, and I was taking care of innovation, outbound marketing, and basically service delivery. And he was not performing well, which meant that the overall sales of the business, it did go down. And I was investing all the money, everything, like all the risk was on me, and he was just getting like the benefits without doing any of the work. So I debated that for months. And one random day, like, I just finished a game of basketball, like a couple of days ago, maybe 3 days ago or 4 days ago, I don't remember exactly. I was sweaty as fuck. I had just finished the game and everything. And I texted him, bro, I don't think so this is working out. Let's end the partnership. And the moment I sent it, for 30 seconds I thought like, bro, like, did I do something wrong? Should I unsend it? What if it's like the wrong decision or something? But once it was done, bro, like the level of peace I got, it's unmatched. So these hard conversations, bro, like, yeah, indeed, they are difficult. They do seem difficult. I'm not denying that. Like, I've avoided these for months. When I was in 10th grade and my boards were over and my parents used to ask me, like, what stream are you going to take? I knew I wanted to take commerce and not science, which is basically the stream where you have to study more. But I delayed that conversation for months. But finally, when I told them, like, I'm gonna take commerce, like, yeah, I did face some backlash and shit. But once it was done, bro, like, the next 2 years of my life, they were blissful. And God knows, like, if I had science stream and if I was studying for JE or NEET or something like that, I probably won't even have the mental bandwidth to understand what this business thing was. And I won't be making this video right now. So I just learned, man, like, the difficult conversations we want to avoid. We want to avoid them. But you know what's harder than not having these conversations is actually avoiding them. We think that by avoiding them while life is getting better, but bro, if you're watching till this point, you're probably resonating and relating with me. Has your life really been that good? Because if you were without any pain, if you're totally content and happy with life, you won't be watching this video. Because those type of people, they don't watch videos like this. So I wish someone can just come and slap me and tell me, bro, you just simply need to have the hard, difficult conversations, maybe with your girlfriend, maybe with your parents, whoever it is, maybe with your business partner, maybe with yourself as well. Like, so many times I just avoid talking to myself. But all the problems can be fixed, like at least what I've noticed in my life, by just going on a walk at night, holding up your phone like this, and being like, yeah bro, hi Somil, how are you? I just record a voice note to myself. And sometimes I post it on like Spotify or something as a quote unquote podcast. But a lot of times I don't. Why is someone calling me? And yeah, just have the hard conversations in the first place. The next lesson which Alex shared: spend years making something so good that people don't want to leave. Even if it takes you 1 year, or like 2 years, or like 5 years, or even 10 years, just make your product, like whatever you sell, your shit so freaking good, people don't want to leave ever. So basically, if you go to Alex Hormozi's page, like on Instagram, he has a reel, like either the first pin reel or the second pin reel. And he was basically speaking about the fact that too many people are stressed and worry like their company is not growing when they've been in business for like a fucking year or something like that. He was like, if I was starting something from scratch, like I was starting my business again, for the first 1 year, I'll just be focused and dedicated into making my products so good that people never leave. And even if it takes 1 year or 2 years, 5 years or 10 years, even if it takes a decade, even like let's say it took like 10 years, it took a decade, and my product and my service was ready, it was perfect, like literally the best fucking thing in the world, and people did not want to leave. Now even if I get like just one customer or just two customers or 5 customers or 10 customers, I wouldn't make a shitload of money because now they never leave. And every single month I just need to get one new customer to grow my business. And I'm pretty sure all of you can agree. You can get at least one customer if your product and everything is so fucking good. You know, my biggest, like, it hurts to admit it, but my biggest constraint forever in business, until unless like 1.5 months ago, was that my products and services, they were not very good. Like, just being really honest. They were better than 90% people. But if I had to say, like, are they perfect? Are they immaculate? I would say fuck no. If someone asked me, like, would you genuinely rate it 10 out of 10? Would they really give me the results I'm looking for in a very short period of time? I couldn't have really said yes with 100% conviction in myself. But now, like what I did, like literally, I had 0 users. Like, I have a platform called SalesGen, which literally has everything you need in order to sign high ticket clients online. The softwares, the things you need to generate leads, the courses, community, like everything. You can get like a 30-day free trial, first link in the description if you want to. And like, it had everything. But when I started it out, there were 0 users. Obviously, it was a new platform, like no one had ever heard of it. But I spent hours every single day creating SOPs. I still do. Like, I'll just randomly come home from the gym and someone will ask me, like, Somil, how exactly do you do this? And I'll just open Loom and just record a quick SOP. Like, this is exactly how you do it. For example, yesterday someone asked me, Somil, can we automate connection requests which we send out to people on LinkedIn? And I was like, yes. He was like, bro, how can I do it? Then I just opened up my laptop. I showed him, like, this is how you do it. This is a tutorial. This is how you can do the same, blah, blah, blah. And I spent months, weeks, hours of my time, precious hard-earned time, just building out the SOPs and the systems and everything with 0 fucking users. And it did kind of suck. I was thinking like, what exactly am I doing? I could just reach out to more people. I could be taking like a sales call right now. But it helped me grow so much. You know the craziest thing which I know is gonna happen for sure. Right now, it's still in infancy. Like I think it has been less than like a month or two, like less than 2 months since I started like releasing SalesGen platform to the public and everything. And what's happening? Like I've noticed this like 2 times already. So there was one person, like a lady named Manisha. I sold it to her, and she paid me like $100 a month for the subscription, unlimited plan, like that is. And yesterday, she signed a client for like $500 a month, and she's like, bro, you would need to provide them a sales and account as well. And I was like, damn, bro. She's like, yeah, just cut 500, may say like $100, like cut it for the client, and yeah, just provide me the account. So I gave access to my platform. I made it so good that they were literally wowed with the value they received. And they were like, bro, if our clients use this platform, they're gonna associate goodwill with us as well, and this takes care of everything. So then she was like, I'm gonna sign new clients. She signed them using sales and obviously using our WhatsApp outbound systems and everything. She got value because of that, and she obviously referred us a new customer. She was like, whenever I get like a new customer, I need an extra account for them. So I'll be paying you $100 a month for the same. Similarly, there's this other person who sells like AI automations and stuff. He was like, bro, like I have another client who I think would also benefit from your software. I'll create their account on, like basically I'll create an account for them in SalesGen on their behalf. So I'll pay you the money and you just give me the account and I'll add them and everything. And I was like, damn, bro, like cool. So what's happening, because I made it like so good, my churn rate, by the way, is literally 0%. Obviously, it's just been like 2 months, so I cannot really give you a very accurate number. But literally, like 0 people. Can you believe it? In a subscription-based model, like if you sell something one time, you can even sell something which is shit. Like if you have good communication skills, you're good at sales, you can sell shit if it's being sold one time. But I sell it as a subscription. Every single month, people pay me money. And people are not stupid. I think there was a quote by Warren Buffett or something like that, where he basically said, someone said it, that the world is not yet, I think Muhammad Ali said it, the world is not yet a crazy enough place to reward people who do not provide value. Basically, people are not stupid. They will only pay me money every single month if I can truly provide them value. And last month, my churn rate was like 0%, or I think just one customer churn. Yeah, like one customer churn, sorry. And he did not even, like, he was in a trial period basically. Literally, all of my paid people, just one person churned. Imagine that for a second. In a paid subscription model. And by the way, like when I launched it, people told me I should sell this for like $1 to $2, like the people around me, because they thought in India people won't pay that much money. And people are literally amazed, wowed with the value. You know, I was thinking of creating a more affordable option for SalesGen, something for like $20 or something like that. And people told me, no, bro, like charge what it's worth. Do not charge anything below like $69, $79. And people could see the value. That's why I have a free trial, because I know it's fucking great. My competition, they cannot offer a free trial because they know their products and their services are not good. But I spent time just making this product the fucking best. And my churn rate is now non-existent. People literally bring me more customers. They pay me money and they're like, bro, we signed this customer because of you. We also want to give them a new SalesGen account. I'll pay you the money on their behalf and I'll sign them. And those people are paying them like $500 a month every single month. And I'm happily getting paid like $100 a month. And I don't have to manage anything or do anything or deal with any of that fucking crap. And that's how you build like a flywheel. I'm not building a funnel like, yeah, 100 people come in, like 20 people buy from me. I'm building a flywheel. One person buys from me, they get results, they get another person. Another person gets a result, and it just compounds and compounds and compounds. That's how this company will grow into $1 billion company. I can give it to you in writing. Like I don't have a pen or a paper right now, but I can vouch for it in writing. SalesGen will have 1 billion users, and it will be a company worth billions of dollars. It will reach at least $100 million in annual recurring revenue. And I can just vouch for it with 100% conviction. With literally everything I have. On God, I promise I'll make it a reality. Because I'm going to be dedicating and spending time into making the entire process effortless and smooth. Every single day I'm going to wake up and I'll be like, bro, whatever thing is shit about it, like how can I ensure it's not shit? Okay, people are complaining they don't understand how they can build a cold email machine which basically converts strangers into clients. Instead of teaching them how to do it, I can create the machine and like directly add it in their own account. Then they can like literally start using it. They can get like a free trial, and by tomorrow they can sign their first fucking client. And that's how they receive the value. That's how they never fucking churn. That's how they get me fucking referrals. And it's a win-win situation. So it might take me like 1 year or maybe like 10 years for me to do it, to make everything perfect and immaculate. But imagine after 10 years, there's an AI machine which automatically reaches out to people, qualifies them, converts them into meetings. And even if you don't have a skill, even if you don't know how to sell, even if you don't have a service, you can make money from these people. Like imagine how valuable that is. Like imagine I go to a person, bro, you don't do anything, you pay me this much money, and by tomorrow you make double the amount of money back. And if you don't do it, you take all of the fucking which you paid me and I pay you double your money back. Imagine I can say that with conviction, and I have a 100% success rate because I dedicated the past decade into ensuring this is the absolute fucking best. Do you think so? I can have, like, do you think there's anyone who can compete with me in this space? Like, I absolutely don't think so. So, just fucking make your shit the best. And in the short term, it does not make you the most money. Spoiler alert. But if you're not dying from starvation, if you have some years to dedicate into this, if you make it the best, bro. I heard this advice so much when I was starting out in February 2024. Make your product and the service the best. But I thought, no, bro, like marketing and sales is everything. Andute told me the exact same thing. But no, bro, like over a long enough period of time, it just comes down to product. Can it actually deliver results? How fast? And like basically how much of effort and sacrifice you need to put in? How fast will the results be? And can it actually deliver? And that also ties us back to the third lesson, which is proof over promise. It's a very big concept Alex constantly like stresses on. So I was on like a sales call this morning with this guy who had like a company. They were basically selling like Facebook ads and funnels. Like they used to create funnels for coaches and consultants, and then they used to sell like Facebook ads to them and everything. And I think they were being paid like $300-400 a month. And they wanted to expand into the international market. They wanted to go to USA and Europe and everything. And I asked them why they're not doing it, because they were clearly good at Facebook ads. They were telling me that they were getting like the cost per appointment at around $350. Like basically they had to pay $350 for every single person who they got on a call with. And they had like a 20% conversion rate. So that was working fine and everything. But basically the cost of getting an appointment, a person to get on the phone with them, was extremely freaking high. And they did not want that. They were like, bro, like we want it much more affordable so that our profit margins are taken care of. They also did not have the lump sum to invest into ads. Even if it was like, let's say $350 per appointment, whatever, they could have maybe managed it. But they needed like at least like $5,000 a month to invest into ads to run it profitably and everything. And they had like just $1,000 a month to invest into ads right now, from what I understood basically. And they asked me like, Somil, can you create like outbound systems for us so that we can reach out to these people? Because outbound is obviously much more affordable than ads. And once we have the proof of concept, once we signed a couple of clients, we can scale it through the freaking moon with the help of like paid ads on Facebook and Meta, everything. They were targeting like e-commerce agencies, coaches, consultants, and dentists. So I was like, yeah, basically cool, whatever. So when they asked me, like they simply asked me a question like, how exactly do you do this? And what I used to do when I was like a beginner or something, when I was starting out, and what most people do, they're like, we'll do X, Y, Z, we'll do this thing, that thing, that thing, that thing. And once all of these things are taken care of, then we're gonna venture out into this, and then we'll do this, then we're gonna do that, then we'll do this. And they just yap about shit which they're gonna do. You know what I did today? I opened up my platform SalesGen. I opened up accounts of 2 companies. One was a AI based company. I showed them like, this is the email campaign which they're running for realtors in Dubai, the UAE and everything. And these are the crazy fucking results which they're getting. Like these are the fucking awesome results which they're getting. And I showed like their company, everything. Like that company was a publicly listed company. So they just received like the first round of funding, like thousands of dollars in funding. And that company is using our platform. Then I showed them example of another agency in the similar space who also offer like similar services and everything. And I was like, bro, these people make like 7 figures and they're using this platform, and these are the results they're getting. Like, just look at it, like they're reaching out to people all over the world, Melbourne, UAE, everywhere. And I did not speak about how great I was. He was sold already. It's like, Samuel, yeah, bro, like this makes sense, like everything makes sense. Now, can we get to like the closing part? I literally did not even tell the price. He asked me, let's get to the closing part. What will be the price and everything? I didn't have to sell. It sold itself, my platform, because it was fucking great. And I'm not saying like I'm great or something. It's just that I was a dumb retard person, exactly like most people. And I just decided to figure out how exactly can we do this shit. I watched a lot of tutorials, I bought a lot of courses, and no, I don't have a course to sell you. I'm not even trying to sell you a course. I just bought a lot of courses, I watched a lot of tutorials, I spent a lot of time experimenting with shit. And that's how I perfected this art, this science of client acquisition using outbound systems. And it changed my life when I had enough proof behind me. I'm like, bro, see all of this. Like, only a retarded dumb person would not believe his own eyes. And if you can show people the proof instead of just promising them and everything, they believe you. Like, there's this person who came to me, like, he's like, bro, I signed this client from the UAE, and in the UAE they have some law that, let's say I'm a citizen of the UAE and I have a phone number for WhatsApp. It starts with 971 or something like that. I cannot share access of that WhatsApp number with someone else. I think that's against the laws, at least what the person told the person who reached out to me. So it's basically like, this person does not want me to use his number, but he has given me like the budget, like I can buy like a new additional SIM for him and get like a new number for the same. And he basically said like, yeah, just buy it and I'll pay you money on my behalf. And the person came to me and he was like, bro, Somil, can you tell me, like, can you actually do it? Like, can you actually get this phone number, this some number, whatever? And I was like, yeah, sure. Now imagine, like, hypothetically he believed me because he trusts me and everything. But hypothetically, let's say he did not believe me. Instead of me trying to explain the process, like, yeah, bro, you have to pay via USDT with ERC20, you need to use this crypto, whatever for payments, blah, blah, blah. Instead of doing that, I texted him from my USA phone number, plus one phone number, the one I have from the US. I just texted him with that phone number, and that was all the proof which he needed. Because if I can do it for myself, I can do it for others as well. Like, it will be the same as just me texting my fucking supplier and shit. So, no amount of promises, no amount of perfect conviction vocabulary is gonna persuade someone if you don't have proof. Another thing, like side tangent. People always think like, why is my outreach messages not converting ads, whatever. The problem is not the words you're speaking or your lighting, camera, whatever. It's just what you have to offer. When I was stuck in business, this is all I've done. Like, whenever I was stuck, I was not getting meetings and sales and everything. I just spent 8 to 10 hours a day into fixing my offer, into making it immaculate, into making it perfect. And that fixed everything. That changed everything. I never had to struggle with sales or any of that shit again. And I want you to experience the same. That's all I had for the video. You can just go to the description. There's literally gonna be like a lot of free cool shit. If you're making less than $1,000 a month, we have an entire free ecosystem which you can use to cross that number. If you're making more than that, you can go and see how we can help you. And if it makes sense, you can like book a call. Apart from that, there's gonna be like a link tree which has all the links to the socials and everything, free stuff, all of that nice cool stuff. Yeah, take care people. Have a lovely day ahead. Bye bro.